Conference Finals fever heats up on the ice,
from his knees, setting up
with the Panthers in Carolina for Game 1. A program in Broward County training residents to make money,
and the system needs a change,
but not asking for any money in return. And amateur beach detectives on social media find the case they can really sink their teeth into.
Yeah, come get them.
These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Samantha Gutierrez.
I'm Halwa Ezel. Today is Friday, May 19th, 2023.
Live from the FIU Lee Kaplan School of Journalism and Media, this is SFMN Newsbreak.
A quadruple overtime thriller. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals didn't end until about 7 hours ago. The Florida Panthers sleeping in today after playing until 2 a.m. against the Carolina Hurricanes in Game 1 of their Eastern Conference Final Series.
But it was all worth it as the Cats were able to take the first game after the fourth overtime period, making it the 6th longest hockey game in history. For anyone that couldn't stay up to watch the game, here's how the show ended.
Brent Burns with 15. Bennett keeps the puck alive. Tkachuk with a shot. He scores! Matthew Tkachuk with 12 and 7/10 seconds remaining in overtime number 4.
And if you weren't able to stay up long enough to see, here's how the final goal ended.
We thought it was all over in the first overtime period when Panthers' Ryan Lundberg scored a goal, but it was overturned for goalie interference. After 3 more hours, Matthew Tkachuk was able to seal the Cats' victory with the game winner. The final score was Panthers 3, Hurricanes 2. Game 2 of the series will continue in North Carolina tomorrow at 8 p.m. New questions this morning, and the Broward College community wants answers as a multi-million-dollar program might not be working as thought. The network's Jared Parker takes a closer look.
In 2018, Broward College started Broward Up with the mission of bringing higher education to disadvantaged neighborhoods. The program offers free workforce training to 6 promised neighborhoods. These are zip codes which they found have a lower than average employment and education rate. But nearly a year after a $30 million donation from Mackenzie Scott, Jeff Bezos' ex-wife, community and board members are asking for updates.
While college president Gregory Hale is on record praising the program, the board wants evidence of its success. In the last several months, the board has repeatedly asked for data on its effectiveness, but the public still doesn't have those numbers. Michael Dixon says if the college is missing their mark, then they need to reevaluate their methods.
Then the system needs a change at that point. If people are having troubles, that people that need these programs aren't getting the programs, then the system does need a change.
Hale says Broward College is the only school in the nation with a program like this.
I think they do their job as a community college, accepting anyone, trying to help out with FAFSA, giving out good classes. Honestly, it's a pretty good community college.
Faculty members have said they were upset to see the $30 million donation go to a shaky program rather than hiring more staff where they need it.
One student I spoke to said that he's been trying to get a certificate through the program for 10 months, but is getting the impression that there just aren't enough resources to help everyone that needs to be helped. For South Florida Media Network, I'm Jared Parker.
Miami reestablishing its position as a crypto capital after a rough year for that kind of currency. As the network's Samuel Larreal has your ticket inside the local convention.
I'm here at the Miami Bitcoin 2023 conference, where last year, Mayor Francis Suarez promised to make Miami the crypto capital of the world.
Things that keep me on the cutting edge of being the most Bitcoin-friendly mayor on the planet.
Suarez placed Miami Coin, a Miami-branded cryptocurrency, at the center of his hopes for economic development in the city. Since its launch in late 2021, Miami Coin has lost virtually all of its value, and Mayor Suarez has diverted his attention to attract a more general crowd of investors in the technology space.
So in fact, in my class too, right, we teach people how to write smart contracts, and even like undergrad students can spin out a coin within like 30-35 minutes. It's so easy actually.
According to Professor Subaranian, an expert in blockchain and cybersecurity, digital assets like Miami Coin lack a basic value proposal, and depend on external factors like the public's trust to create value.
And now there's 21,000 copies of digital scarcity. And everyone in crypto is trying to figure out which of those they trust.
Investor Jesse Myers argues that the problem with new cryptocurrencies is that they are speculation assets and they don't have a way to back up their claims of value. After the bankruptcy of FTX, the largest cryptocurrency exchange, and a rise of security concerns by regulators and investors, the cryptocurrency space as a whole is down by 60% from its peak in November 2021. Now, in a smaller crowd than last year, investors and enthusiasts are looking for new market regulations and some industry consolidation. For South Florida Media Network, Samuel Real.
A Florida felon facing court charges for spying on a couple through their own security system. Evidence confirms that 2 security cam installation workers for the Ask the Advisors company spied on a couple's intimate moments over 450 times. Both of them facing legal charges since the couple filed their initial complaints in February of 2022. The company very recently filed to dismiss the couple's complaints. One of the felons facing legal ramifications had previously run into law trouble, pleading guilty to attempted murder in 1992.
Disney cancels plans on building another campus in Florida. The entertainment company has decided not to build another campus in Florida due to changing business conditions. The development, if completed, would have brought about 2,000 jobs to the company. Disney has currently been feuding with Governor Ron DeSantis while experiencing financial challenges.
Hollywood's glam girl Megan Fox is shining light on a little-known mental health condition. A health expert explains how many who suffer from body dysmorphia may not even know it. As the network Shamir 2's reports, there are red flags to look out for, and you can identify if your loved ones are facing this condition.
She's regarded as one of the most beautiful people in Hollywood, but actress Megan Fox recently told Sports Illustrated she suffers from body dysmorphia, a mental health condition that alters how you see and feel about your body and the way you look.
It impacts about 1 in 50 individuals, so it's fairly common, even though it may not be a term that is well known.
With the isolation during the height of the pandemic and the popularity of social media, psychologist Susan Alberts with Cleveland Clinic said there has been an explosion of this type of condition.
You may find yourself spending excessive amount of time grooming or checking yourself in the mirror. You may spend hundreds and thousands of dollars in cosmetic procedures, trying to fix your appearance. You may also avoid important events because you're afraid of the anxiety that it may bring up around your appearance.
Albert said these are all red flags on which to be aware, but it may not be easy for a person to spot this disorder in themselves.
It's a little bit like looking in a funhouse mirror. Your perception of yourself is skewed or wavered in a way that other people's do not perceive.
If you recognize a problem in yourself or a loved one, help is available.
It is often treated with a combination of therapy, medication, and the goal is to become aware of these thoughts and challenge them, as well as build self-acceptance.
With Chaplain News, I'm Shamir 2.
Today, lawmakers and everyday Americans are sizing up to the ways to handle artificial intelligence before it's too late, after the Senate held its first hearing on the future of AI. The network's Jan Preisel has more.
The future is rolling in fast, and Congress is playing catch-up.
Too often, we have seen what happens when technology outpaces regulation.
By beginning a Senate hearing Tuesday with an AI-generated voice, speaking as a senator while speculating how to control it.
You might have thought that voice was mine and the words from me, but in fact, that voice was not mine. The remarks were written by ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, the AI bot taking the world by storm and showing just how powerful AI technology can be, and the man behind it.
My name is Sam Altman.
The CEO of the company behind ChatGPT testifying his potential before Congress for the first time.
I think if this technology goes wrong, it can go quite wrong, and we want to be vocal about that. We want to work with the government to prevent that from happening.
But while Congress thundered for answers on topics from national security to image and likeness rights,
What kind of an innovation is it going to be? Is it going to be like the printing press, or is it going to be more like the atom bomb?
there's more to AI that must be considered.
Need to be a little bit careful with such statements. But that's not all that AI is. There are many, many, many applications of AI in many different aspects of our lives.
Dr. Agarita Palizu, assistant professor of computer science and a machine learning ethics researcher at Florida International University.
The problem is that the people that developed that something did not properly educate the public. And one of the first regulations that could be there is to educate the public about how the model should be used and the risks that might be associated with their use.
Jan Preisler, South Florida Media Network.
Amid an apparent uptick in bear sightings, officials in parts of Florida are reminding residents to never feed the animals and always give them plenty of space. As the network's Brian Lopez reports, there have been several bear sightings recently in the Tampa area, including one on Monday.
Florida officials are advising residents not to feed the animals after a black bear was spotted roaming around Tampa. As of late, there have been more bear sightings in the Tampa area, including one this past week.
Couldn't believe my eyes. I thought I was hallucinating or something, but it was really a bear.
Resident Sue Cornell was sitting on her front porch when she spotted the bear.
I know we live in Florida and we're not supposed to be scared of gators and stuff, and technically I think I should be more scared of the gators than the bear, but I'm just a little freaked out about the bear.
Florida officials believe this is the same bear Cynthia Bencomo's cameras caught roaming through her yard Monday morning.
Everyone's very shocked just to see like a bear in Carrollwood, nonetheless, especially in like a subdivision like this where there's just houses about houses. We're not even like in a very rural area.
The bear was spotted once more, but this time hours earlier at another home near Lutz. Cameras captured the bear near bird feeders and trash. Experts say bear presence in the area is not uncommon.
They're getting hungry. This is the time of the year for animals to find mates.
The FWC has no current plans to trap the bear and hope it finds a new home. I'm Brian Lopez, Kaplan News.
The Marlins going for a series sweep.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
I'm like, oh my gosh, what is that? And he goes, their teeth. And I'm like, absolutely.
A denture discovery out of Florida Beach sets off a search to find whoever lost them. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
See us dream. See us remember. See us protest.
You matter. Your feelings matter. Your identity matters. Everything about who you are matters.
See us fight back. See us rebuild. See us shatter stereotypes. See us inspire. See us united. See us now.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Molar mystery, who owns the teeth that turned up on the sandbar here in Florida? A bite of the beach, swimmers in Englewood finding an interesting treasure in the sand.
Jamie Murphy was diving with her friends near a sandbar when one of them found a pair of dentures during their trip. The last name Galicki is the only hint they have at returning the bite back to the owner. Murphy posted pictures of the dentures on Facebook looking to return them, but it was an unusual surprise when they received them.
He came like running up. He's like, look what I have. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is that? And he goes, they're teeth. And I'm like, absolutely not.
Jamie is set to find the person who lost the dentures, and the search is still on. Murphy hopes to find the person who lost their pearly whites and put a smile back on their face.
The Miami Marlins are on their way to California after sweeping the Washington Nationals here at home. It was a good game for the Fish, leading 2-0 in the third inning. Through the Nationals were able to score in the fourth. The Marlins kept their lead and the Nationals just couldn't catch up. The final score was Nationals 3, Marlins 5. The Marlins are going to the West Coast to face San Francisco Giants today for another South Florida late game at 10:15 p.m.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Halwa Ezel.
I'm Samantha Gutierrez. Get more news anytime at sfmn.fiu.edu.